Hello everybody, welcome back to my perfume channel, and in today's video I want to discuss some of the very anticipated and hyped perfume releases. And so if this is something that you're into, then stay tuned. And for those who are coming back, I really wanted to appreciate your presence on this channel, and I wanted to say sorry that I haven't posted for a while. And you know, this little break kind of gave me more understanding, and I realized that I actually do enjoy making this video for you a lot, and I'm coming back with more enthusiasm and more confidence. And I took a little break because I was in the process of moving, and I moved from New York to Florida. So this is a very new place to me. I'm not used to place like that. I've never lived in a hot climate, and honestly I'm not the biggest fan of hot climate, and my perfume taste really reflects that. I really like deeper, darker, more kind of heavy and sweet fragrances, and so this is gonna definitely be a journey for me, even in terms of fragrance. So I'll have to change what I wear quite a bit, I think, but I still am not gonna give up my heavy, and like a deeper scents for sure. I'm just gonna wear them in the evening or somewhere where there's air conditioning. And if you are from Florida, then please give me tips on how you survive this heat and how you use fragrances during the very hot months. And so now, without further ado, let me start discussing the fragrances. And the first fragrance I wanted to discuss is Eladaria by the House of Creed, and I love this fragrance a lot. It's very feminine, very soft, and very classy type of scent. I pick up on lots of rose, lots of powdery notes, some peony, and some like sandalwood, musky kind of creaminess. And also there is a lily of the valley, and I feel like lily of the valley really makes this fragrance very unique, and it kind of adds like an interesting twist to this fragrance that other rose scents don't really have, which I really appreciate. And so to me, this is primarily like a powdery rose perfume with a bit of musk, a little bit of woods, and a slight floral accords. Floral, like I mean other florals other than rose, like there's lily of the valley, there's peony, and I feel like those notes really do add the freshness and dewiness to this scent, and they don't let the fragrance become very heavy or cloying, because powdery rose can definitely get heavy, but it doesn't happen here. And I really like it. It's very, like I've said, feminine, very classy, good for any occasion, perfect for every day. Like it's definitely really good signature scent if you like rosy powdery scents with other accords in it. And I would say that you're probably gonna like Eladaria if you liked the Lin Exclusive, if you like Réal Fleur Majesty Rose Royale. Like if you like scents like that, it's safe to say you might like this one as well. And the occasion, like I've said, it's any occasion pretty much. It's good for morning, evening, afternoon, it doesn't really matter. It's really kind of like appropriate, I would say, for any occasion. It's not screaming or too loud or like obnoxious. It's not like that. It's very classy, and that's what I like about it a lot. And when it comes to weather, I think also any weather would do for this scent, except maybe very hot and humid days like Florida has a lot of them. Maybe for those days, do not wear it in the afternoon, just because it might become too cloying. But honestly, I'm struggling to find a scent that wouldn't become too cloying in weather like that. And so that was my review of Eladaria. The next perfume I want to discuss is the new perfume by Maison Mataha, and I refuse to pronounce the name because every time I try to pronounce it, it comes out really wrong. So I decided to call it new perfume from Maison Mataha. Of course, the name's gonna come up on the screen, and you guys know what I'm talking about. And I was super excited about this scent because I love Maison Mataha as a house, and also I was really curious to see what they come out with when it comes to a different type of perfume that they usually have. Before now they only had like very sweet gourmand scents that tend to smell like food, and this one was very different, and I was really excited. And the notes, honestly, they sounded so good. I even considered blind buying at one point, but after seeing that this scent has quickly become available on Lucky Scent and on Scent Split, I have decided to order a sample because it's way more efficient, you know, to just order a sample and decide if you want the full bottle. And by the way, I have affiliate link with ScentSplit, so if you guys want to support my channel and if you want me to be able to get, you know, lots of samples to discuss with you, then please use my affiliate link if you shop with ScentSplit. I'll be earning a commission on that. If you choose to use it, I really appreciate it. But now that it's out of the way, I want to discuss the fragrance, and I do like it a lot. Like, it's very pleasant, very nice, very spring forward scent. If I was back in New York, I would probably wear it a lot because it just has this, you know, like new season feeling, and I love it a lot. But I was slightly disappointed with this fragrance because it smells very similar to 100 Silent Ways by Nishane, and it also smells a little bit similar to Princess, the fresh version, and that's why I was disappointed, because like there are already fragrances like that on the market. Why do we need another one of those, you know? And 100 Silent Ways is really popular and it's really approachable, and I feel like lots of people have it. And so, you know, if you have 100 Silent Ways, this one is definitely redundant in your collection, at least in my opinion. But of course, definitely try it before you buy. But I have heard a lot of people say that it's very similar to them as well. And so let's now talk about the notes and everything and how it smells. And it smells very like bright and sparkly in the opening. I very like the opening. It's very pretty, and there is orange flower and there is grapefruit in the opening, which I really love. I love this kind of opening. And then as it starts to dry down, I start picking up on lots of tea with hints of jasmine. And in the dry down, there's a creamy mix of vanilla and sandalwood. And you know, in the deep dry down, when the fragrance like really settled, it starts smelling like vanilla infused green tea with some floral accords and some creaminess from the sandalwood. So I would say that the sparkliness and the brightness and lots of like orange kind of flower, it all goes away after the opening disappears, and you're left with lots of tea, some hint of jasmine and vanilla and sandalwood. And I feel like it's a very approachable scent profile, and a lot of people will like it, and a lot of people will find it pleasant and easy to wear. And I feel like spring, summer, fall, it's perfect occasion to wear that. Maybe in the winter it would be like too weak, but even though in the winter I think it's also going to be beautiful, but maybe not in a very like cold days when it's like freezing outside. So overall, I think also like Eladaria, you know, any occasion, very appropriate, not screaming, not loud, not obnoxious, and any weather pretty much is going to be beautiful. So overall, like, my impression of this fragrance is positive. I do like it, but of course I do not like that, you know, it smells similar to other fragrances that already exist, and at this price point it's just way too expensive, way more expensive than the other fragrances that already exist on the market. And that's why I kind of have a little bit of beef with this fragrance, but other than that, I really like it. And next fragrance I want to discuss is Guava Granita, and this scent has been very hyped on TikTok and a lot of people like it, and I like it as well. But I do love the opening more than the dry down. The opening is really happy, uplifting, bright, juicy, fruity. Like, it's everything you would want in a very summery, tropical, fruity scent. It opens up like, kind of, to me it smells like bubblegum, you know, flavored bubblegum that smells like guava, banana, melon. Like, I get lots of melon, even more melon than guava. If I would name this fragrance, I would name it a melon granita, because it smells so much like a melon, and guava is definitely somewhere in the background. And so I love the opening. It's very beautiful, but as it starts to dry down, it kind of gets too I don't know, like sticky a little bit, you know, like you spilled some fruity juice or smoothie or something, like sweet kind of drink. You spilled it on your skin, on your clothing, and that's the smell I get. The smell of something very sweet and fruity being spilled on you, and it dried down. And I'm not a really fan of it, and I'm not sure why it's happening, because in the opening, you know, it's really beautiful and just so fresh, so uplifting, so tropical, like really beautiful scent. So maybe it just on my skin, maybe it happens on my skin. And you know, my husband is not the one who loves fragrances, but we smelled it together, and he said that he loved the opening a lot. Like, we were smelling it in Sephora on blotters, and after I decided to spray it on myself and to let it dry down, and and I asked him like around 20-30 minutes later if he still liked it from my skin, and he said no. And it might be like personally my skin chemistry that doesn't really work with this scent, but I do like it nonetheless, and I really want to give it a shot and wear it more, and kind of wear it more in real life, not just testing, but kind of like going outside, basically living my life and then seeing how it develops. So at this point I'm not really sure if I will be gravitating towards the scent very often or not, but definitely my impression is very, very positive of this perfume. And I would want to mention that it's very like a girly, young, very happy kind of smell. Like it's nothing, even looking at the notes you can tell this is nothing serious, nothing like elevated luxury upscale. It's not like that at all. It's more or so like a happy body mist, going to the pool, going to the beach kind of scent. And a lot of people love it, and I love it as well. And if the opening stayed for longer, I would definitely give it 10 out of 10 for its scent profile. But as of now, I'm not sure, but I still like it a lot, and I'm also gonna try to mix it with Miami Nectar, and let's see what happens, and I will definitely update you in my future videos. And last but not least, I want to discuss Limonata by Narcotica. And this fragrance is definitely the most masculine out of all the scents that I have discussed. I feel like we went from really feminine Eladaria to kind of like unisex, masculine leaning Limonata. And maybe it's just my association, but to me this is definitely truly unisex, leaning masculine perfume. It wasn't really clear just looking at the notes to whether this fragrance will lean feminine or masculine, but to me it's definitely leaning more masculine because it kind of gives me vibes of like fresh, citrusy, summery man cologne. Like it smells similar to God of Fire, and God of Fire even leans more feminine, at least to me, than Limonata. And so Limonata smells very fresh, very like citrusy. There's grapefruit and other citruses in the top, and in the in the middle there is marine notes, mango, elemi. Like there is definitely something slightly resinous from elemi, and it gives like a very interesting twist to this perfume. But the most prominent notes I smell are mango and this marine notes. Like it smells very kind of oceanic and aquatic, and like you're next to the water, which is why I think the advertisement they had was really perfect, because they had like a picture of mangoes on a boat, and you see the water, the blue water, and that's exactly the association I have with this scent, because it's lots of mango, it's a lot of this marine kind of nose, and the citruses, and also like slight like resins. So overall I find it really, really pleasant. But I would say that definitely if you're a woman, give it the test first. Do not blind buy, because it's slightly leaning towards the masculine side, and so if you're kind of careful with that, if you're not a fan of that, then keep it in mind and test it first before buying. It's definitely not in line with other scents that they have produced. Like I feel like all their scents that they have made before, they're more feminine leaning, and they're more sweet and kind of like feminine, and this one is not like that, and that's why I'm saying test it first before you buy. But I feel like it's a really good scent. Personally, I will probably wear it. It's really perfect for summer days, like hot summer days. I feel like it will definitely work even in a very, very humid and hot climate like Florida, and also it will work in evenings, like when it's breezy. It's gonna be really beautiful, and that's why I'm saying that for this fragrance, this season is summer. I would not wear it in any other season, because to me it's just not suitable. Like it's just not. The summer is the season for this scent, and the time of the day is any morning, afternoon, evening. Really gonna be beautiful in any time of the day, but to me it's just strictly summer scent. And so I really hope that this video was helpful for you guys, that you were able to understand these fragrances better and to decide whether you want to try them or not. And I really hope to see you in the next video. Bye.